Hi, friends, we are back. It is finally December. I am so excited. I was ready to put November behind me and move on to the happy go lucky Christmas times. All right, it is Wednesday. As promised, I would be putting out some videos on Wednesdays for you guys. So we are back with The Last Straw. I believe we were on part 3 last time. So now we're on part 4. So if we remember, they were bearing their own time capsule. All right, Monday. Well, my week got off to a rough start. When I got out of bed, Mom's bathrobe wasn't there, where it usually is, hanging on my doorknob. I asked Mom if she took the robe back, but she said she didn't, so I have a feeling Dad had something to do with that. A couple of days ago, I figured out a way to combine the bathroom experience and the heating vent experience, and I don't think Dad really approved of my idea. So there he is, standing over the floor vent. I figure he either hid the robe or got rid of it. Now that I think of it, Dad made a run to the Goodwill bin last night after dinner, so that's probably not a good sign. Anyway, if Dad did get rid of the robe, it wouldn't be the first time he's thrown out someone's personal property. You know how Manny has been trying to quit using his pacifier? Yesterday morning, Dad got rid of every single one of Manny's binkies. Well, Manny totally freaked out. The only way Mom could get him to calm down was to dig out his old blanket, this thing he calls Tingy. Tingy started off as a blue blanket that Mom knitted for Manny's first birthday, and it was love at first sight. Little baby Manny. Manny carried that thing around with him everywhere he went. He wouldn't even let Mom take it away from him so she could wash it. It started falling apart, and by the time Manny was 2, his blanket was basically a couple pieces of yarn held together by raisins and boogers. Disgusting. I think that's when Manny started calling his blanket Tingy. That does not look like a blanket anymore. For the past couple of days, Manny's been dragging Tingy around the house, just like he did when he was a baby, and I've been trying to stay out of his way as much as possible. Wednesday. I'm getting real tired of walking to school every day, so this morning I asked Mom if she would drive me and Rally. The reason I didn't ask her sooner is because Mom's car is covered in all these embarrassing bumper stickers, and kids at my school are brutal when it comes to that sort of thing. I've tried scraping the bumper stickers off, but whatever kind of glue they put on those things is meant to last until the end of time. My child is a graduate of Tender Cuddlers Preschool. So there's an example of one of them. Today, me and Rally got a ride from Mom, but I told her to let us out behind the school. Are you sure this is where you're supposed to be dropped off at? Yep, thanks for the ride. There's a bunch of trash out on the ground. Riley looks scared. Well, I made the dumb mistake of leaving my backpack in the car, so Mom brought it to me in 4th period. And of course, she picked today to finally start going to the gym. You forgot this, sweetie. It was just my luck, too. 4th period is the only time I have a class with Holly Hills, and I've been trying to make a good impression on her this year. I figured this incident probably set me back about 3 weeks. I'm not the only one who's trying to impress Holly Hills either. I think just about every boy in my class has a crush on her. Holly is the 4th prettiest girl in the class, but the top 3 all have boyfriends. So a lot of guys like me are doing everything they can to get in good with her. I've been trying to come up with an angle to separate myself from the rest of the goobers who like Holly, and I think I finally figured it out. Humor. See, the kids in my class are like the Neanderthals when it comes to jokes. To give you an idea of what I'm talking about, here's the kind of thing that passes for comedy at my school. So it looks like this guy trips him, and he's laughing. Anytime Holly's in the area, I make sure I use my best material. I've been using Rally as my comedy partner, and I've actually trained him on a couple of pretty decent jokes. What you doing? Eating chocolate. Where'd you get it? A doggy dropped it. I don't think that's going to work. The only problem is Rally's starting to get a little greedy about who gets to say what, so I don't know if this partnership is going to work out long term. Can I do the doggy dropped it part? I don't think so. Friday. Well, I learned my lesson about getting a ride from Mom, so I'm back to walking to school. But when I was heading home with Riley this afternoon, I seriously didn't think I had the energy to make it up the hill to my house. So I asked Riley if he'd give me a piggyback ride. Riley didn't exactly jump at the idea, so I had to remind him that we're best friends, and this is the kind of thing that best friends do to each other. He finally caved when I offered to carry his backpack for him. I have a feeling this was a one-time thing, though, because Riley was completely wiped out by the time he dropped me off at my house. You know, if the school's going to take away our bus ride home, they could at least install a ski lift on our hill. I've emailed the principal about 5 times with my suggestion, but I haven't heard anything back yet. That would be so cool. When I got to my house, I was pretty tired too. My new thing is that I take a nap every day after school. In fact, I live for my naps. Sleeping after school is the only way I can really recharge my batteries. And on most days, the second I get home, I'm in bed. Ooh, that would be nice. I'm actually kind of becoming an expert at sleeping. Once I'm out, I can sleep through just about anything. The only person I know who's better at sleeping than me is Roderick. And here's the reason I say that. A couple weeks ago, Mom had to order Roderick a new bed because he'd worn his out. So the furniture guys came to take his old mattress and box spring away. When they came, Roderick was in the middle of his after-school nap. So they took his bed away and he just slept on the floor right in the middle of his empty bed frame. The thing I'm worried about is that Dad is going to ban our after-school naps. I'm starting to get the feeling he's sick of waking the two of us up for dinner every night. So there's Roderick, and then that's them. They're all kind of out of it for dinner. Alright, well, we will find out what happens next time on Tuesday. Thanks for tuning in, guys. See you then.